Hey guys, what's up? All right, welcome. Today, you guys you voted to hear on what is food noise and how do I get rid of it? Um, I think most women who have been on any sort of diet in your life, you've experienced this, but you didn't quite know how to label it. And basically, food noise is when you're thinking about food way more than you need to. So you're having either food cravings or unnecessary hunger. Um, you've already eaten and already you're thinking about your next meal. Excuse me. So that's food noise and having food cravings out of nowhere, and you're having a really hard time managing them. And that's why a lot of women have a really hard time losing weight with willpower. Because when you're dealing with food noise, the only way that you can then lose weight is through willpower. You're white knuckling it, you're trying to get through, you're trying to be good. And the thing is, willpower, we only have so much every day. Willpower is, in fact, a finite resource. And so that's why you may find that if you are starting off strong, for maybe you're intermittent fasting and you didn't eat until noon and you feel like that's good, or you had a small perfect breakfast, I'm using quotation marks here, and you feel like you're doing so good, and then by the end of the day, and this is what happens with most people who are dieting through strict willpower, by the end of the day, you get home from work or whatever, and you're just heading for the fridge, and you are ravenous, and you don't even care anymore, and it's out the window, and you do some eating, comfort eating, whatever. And so that's food noise. It's this chatter in the back of your mind, and it's exhausting. All you can think about is eating. You finish one meal, and you start thinking about your next one. When's the next time I can eat? What should I eat? What should I eat here? You know what I mean? And it's exhausting. Here's the thing. You cannot diet your way out of this successfully long term. It needs to be addressed. Now, the good news is it makes your life a lot more pleasant because you absolutely 100% can get rid of food noise. Absolutely, naturally. And this becomes more apparent for us women over 40 because when we're over 40, maybe you had food noise all your life, or maybe this is a new thing to you as a woman over 40. As a woman over 40 with our changing hormones, which are changing, it's not in our minds, it is a biological fact, other things happen too, right? And so we become more sensitive to stress. We become more sensitive to the stress that would be caused by strict calorie restricted diets or no to low carb diets. These are stressful and our body's less able to handle them. We are more sensitive to blood sugar swings. So in recognizing that, we just need to learn how to work with it. And I will say, and this is going to sound so counterintuitive, but the quickest way to overeat is to undereat. And so what I mean by that is when your body is giving you all this food noise, your brain rather is giving you all this food noise, it's because it's looking for balance. It's looking to be regulated. And the reason it's looking for that is because you didn't give it what it needed properly at your meals. And so again, click this in your head. The next time you're going on a diet with willpower, the quickest way to overeat is to undereat. So how we need to take care of food noise is, number one, you want to make sure you are giving your body consistent fuel, but the right type of fuel, right? So we want to make sure we're getting adequate protein. You want to make sure you're getting good healthy fats. You want to make sure you're getting fiber. Often overlooked is fiber. And you don't want to be afraid of food. So when you're losing weight for the long term, something's got to click with the mindset. Like a short term, anybody can do it, honest to God. Like you just white knuckle your way through it. Anybody can stick to a plan, but nobody can stick to them long term because you've got this thing in the back of your mind giving you food cravings, telling you you're hungry, you're fantasizing about food. Should I have dessert? Should I not? Can I eat when I'm on my vacation? Can I not? Like, again, it's exhausting. So the first thing you want to do to get rid of that food noise is not be afraid of food. Number one, but again, you don't want to just stuff your face with processed foods or garbage foods. You want to give it the right fuel. Give your body the right fuel and it will reward you with a quiet mind and with a fantastic body that fits into all your clothes. So you want to give your body consistent fuel, and you really want to manage your blood sugar stability. We are so much more sensitive to blood sugar swings at this age, and that often comes when women are over 40 and going into perimenopause and menopause. Women will often get these cravings and gain weight and think that, oh, it's just my hormones and it's happening at this age, and perimenopause means cravings, and perimenopause means weight gain, especially in the belly. But it's just that things are shifting, and our body is more sensitive to blood sugar swings. It's more sensitive to stress. And again, stressful things are, to women at this age, stressful things are intermittent fasting, low to no carbs, low calorie, highly restrictive diets. These are all seen as stressors to the body, which makes it worse. So don't be afraid of food. So you want to give your body consistent fuel. You want to manage your blood sugar properly, and you want to manage stress properly. And this comes down to eating for your hormones. And I think when we think hormones, especially at this age, we're thinking estrogen, progesterone, testosterone. And of course, these are all a factor, but these affect other hormones. And so we want to eat for our hormones, meaning we want to eat for blood sugar regulation. We want to eat for hunger and cravings control. So we are looking at hunger hormones like leptin and ghrelin. Leptin tells you when you've had plenty to eat. Ghrelin signals when you're full. So think about it. These need to be dialed in. When you eat properly with the right fuel, these work properly. So they signal when you've had enough, and they're not telling you that you're ravenous when you've had enough. The other one, of course, is insulin. We become more more resistant to insulin at this age. So we could be eating the same meal now at age, 45, 55 years old. It didn't affect us when we were 30, but it's making us gain weight now. And that's because of these other biological shifts. That same food, our body's having a harder time getting it up into our cells to be burned up as fuel. It's more likely to be stored as fat. So when you understand this, what we need to do is eat in such a way, which you absolutely can do, eat in such a way that your body uses that food and gets it up into the cells. So we want to make our body a little more sensitive to that insulin. So the same meal we have when we're 30, we can still eat it when we're 50 and not have it gain weight. But we got to be doing the other things properly, not starving, not over exercising, not overly restricting, and just really eating the right things in the right quantities, spaced throughout the day. And it is more than enough to manage hunger. It's more than enough to manage cravings. And you don't need willpower. You'll often hear me say, I can teach you to lose weight without using willpower. And you're like, how's that possible? I've always used willpower. It's possible because you get your body using the right fuel, then your brain is not sending these crazy messages saying you need more food when you don't. Does that make sense? So we're basically eating in a way that gives your body exactly what it needs, so it's not looking for more in the form of cravings and unnecessary hunger. So it's absolutely possible. You just want to basically regulate it from the inside out instead of other things that we're hearing about these days, which are basically just suppressing it. And then when you suppress something and you go off of it, your problem comes back. So, and sometimes with side effects. We're not naming names, you know what I'm talking about. So instead of suppressing it temporarily with potential side effects and having a rebound weight gain later, really ideally you want to go in and you want to regulate it internally. And that's going to be lasting for you. And it's going to not only take the weight off, it's going to keep the weight off, and it's not going to be an issue. You're not going to need willpower and to be white knuckling through that. Anywho, I hope that's helpful. Drop your questions below. And also I put together a guide for you. It's free. It's why traditional diets don't work for women in peri and menopause. If you want the guide, you can comment below guide, send me a private DM. I love hearing from you guys always with the word guide. I'll send it over to you. And you can also grab it in my bio. I have linked to it for free, and it just simply says free guide. So you can grab it there as well. Anyway, any comments, leave them below, and hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.